Hi, everyone. I'm Nick Walton, Latitude CEO and creator of AI Dungeon. Welcome to the Unchained livestream. We'll be discussing new features and updates coming to AI Dungeon. We're so excited to have you join us today, wherever you are. This is a new format for us, and we plan to do similar live streams for upcoming releases as well. I just want to start this presentation by thanking our dedicated community of players. You bring so much to AI Dungeon and push us to make it an amazing experience. We're so grateful for your support and everything you bring to the game. If you have any questions about the products or updates we talked about today, please visit our official Latitude Discord server, where you can chat with our team and growing community of players. We'll also have a landing page and blog post with the details we cover. Today, we're going to be sharing some exciting updates coming to AI Dungeon, but first, it's been a busy year, and I want to share a bit about what we've accomplished. Early in the year, we introduced a new AI model for our players, Wyvern. A speedy and creative model, Wyvern is a great balance of speed and quality to improve the breadth and depth of your adventures. Along with Wyvern, we began experimenting with the AI to see if we could improve its own storytelling. The result was Hydra Mode. So like in Greek mythology with the Hydra model gives our AI models multiple heads. Basically, it returns multiple story prompts from the AI and then chooses the best one to present to the player. Try it out next time you play. Wyvern Hydra is actually now our player's choice for the best model for AI Dungeon. We also further improved quality of our AI this year by increasing the context length of each prompt for Griffin and Wyvern models. So this means more story is included in the data sent to the AI when continuing your adventures. The result is more coherent stories for you and an AI that processes more information for longer. In February, we launched Voyage, the first platform for discovering, playing, and creating AI-powered experiences. This was also our first foray into our broader vision of AI collaboration and creativity. Unlike normal games or experiences, AI integration introduces limitless possibilities. You can play the same game repeatedly and have a completely new experience every time. The early Voyage demos are fun and interesting, but really they just scratch the surface of what's to come. Our goal with Voyage is a much larger vision that we're still actively testing and experimenting. We envision a place where players can access an arcade of AI-driven games and experiences, and creators can build those games with powerful AI tools and features. We look forward to bringing you more updates on this soon. AI Dungeon Hero or Legend subscribers got early access to the Voyage platform and additional AI-based content we built with those special AI generation tools. AI Art Studio, Medieval Problems, Things, and Loom. These games are examples of the kind of things people will be able to build and play themselves on Voyage. Later in the year, we then released alpha access to those specialized creator tools we use to bring Voyage to life. Since then, our alpha creators have made more than 60 fun and unique AI experiences with these tools. And soon, anyone will be able to create unique AI-based experiences and share them on Voyage for others to play. We believe that sharing these tools will allow countless creators to build AI-powered content more amazing than anything we ourselves could imagine. Also this year, we transitioned away from the previous energy system in the free play version of AI Dungeon and introduced ad-supported play. For context, every action a player takes in AI Dungeon requires data to be sent to and returned from one of the most advanced and expensive AI models out there. Despite the high cost of maintenance, it's important to us to support a free play experience, which is unique in the generative AI space. Ad-supported play was implemented to help us mitigate some of those ongoing costs. We know that this was a controversial change in our community, and we've heard the feedback from our players. We'll be discussing major changes to ads a bit later in this presentation. Around the same time, we also made AI Dungeon 2D available to all players regardless of their membership tier or preferred platform. AI Dungeon 2D is an optional feature that enhances gameplay with cool AI-generated pixel art. We had a lot of positive player feedback about AI Dungeon 2D, so we took things another step further with AI Dungeon HD, which integrated the Stable Diffusion AI image generation model into AI Dungeon. This has been received incredibly as a new addition to the game, and we've loved seeing all the unique images players are creating in AI Dungeon and sharing in the community. Lastly, the Steam launch of AI Dungeon was one of our biggest updates of 2022. This was the first time we ever offered a single purchase option for AI Dungeon that made it more accessible for players. We really appreciate all of the support we received around the launch. This is an important stepping stone to other updates we're announcing today. Like I said, it's been a busy year. As our community has grown, we've learned a lot from you about how to provide a better play experience. Ultimately, we're determined to make AI Dungeon the best AI-driven roleplay game possible. Now let's go to our head of product, Ryan Siemens, to talk about how we've been addressing feedback from players.
Thanks, Nick. Hi, I'm Ryan, and this year we've been having a deepened focus on listening to feedback from players and updating AI Dungeon accordingly. Today, I wanted to share some of that feedback and detail the related changes we've been making and are making to ensure that AI Dungeon is the best game it can possibly be. The first piece of player feedback that we've been addressing is stability. Nobody likes when they're going to go play the game or continue a story only to encounter annoying bugs or lose their progress. We've identified and rewritten a lot of unstable code, and that's just the beginning. We're making some huge changes to the way that we develop AI Dungeon. The first major change we're implementing starting today is larger releases that are going to be less frequent. Up to this point, our pattern has been daily updates to production, bug fixes, stability improvements, you name it. And our goal was to rapidly improve AI Dungeon and fix issues as fast as possible. And however, this led to the product feeling like it was constantly in flux and actually less stable than players wanted it to be, which isn't a good experience as the app has grown up and matured. So moving forward, we're planning to bundle changes into larger, more stable releases throughout the year. And we will better communicate these changes with you, our community. We're announcing the first of these today, and we already have another planned for early 2023. We're also going to be increasing our utilization of a whole new beta environment before release, so that our current environment remains untouched when we're making these changes. So that means that users will be able to test out new major versions before they are widely released. And we can squash bugs that may disrupt gameplay before they ever enter into the default experience. And you'll see that introduced with our first release in 2023, with that beta first. Next, some players have shared continued feedback about issues with the login system. And to address this feedback, we've rewritten our authentication protocols from scratch. Our new recently launched login system is based on Firebase authentication, and it's already a much more stable and secure experience for players. In this new system, players have to authenticate using their email, not their username. So if you need help figuring out your AI Dungeon associated email because you normally logged in with your username, please reach out to support@aidungeon.io. The next improvement that we're making is model quality. Better model quality continues to be one of the most requested improvements by players. And we want AI Dungeon stories and adventures to be coherent, meaningful, surprising, and fun. And we've doubled down on our investment in improving the AI and have been working behind the scenes on our fine-tuned data for every model that we offer. This means that we're improving the models that power AI Dungeon and the data used to train them. And that helps solve problems that have come up and improve the overall experience for players. This will continue to evolve, and we're thrilled to see how our models get even better over time. We've also heard and agree that AI Dungeon can at times feel unintuitive and clunky, so we've taken drastic steps to fix this by improving the user interface and the user experience. We've added some incredibly talented designers and developers to our team who are hard at work addressing these concerns, and we'll have more details about these enhancements about the user interface and user experience in early of 2023. Next, moderation. Safety inside our community is critical to everyone being able to have a good experience with AI Dungeon. We want this to be a fun, engaging place where you get what you expect. And that will mean different things for different players. So we've been updating our community guidelines to make it clear what's acceptable to be published in the community. We're also incredibly grateful to our creators. We recognize that it's really frustrating when things don't go as planned, when a creator has spent a lot of time on something and then gets some negative feedback on that. And so we've heard that feedback, and we're committed to making sure that our moderation capabilities run as expected. We know things don't always go right, and we're working to address those issues that have been surfaced as feedback. In addition to making improvements to our moderation tools and processes, we're also going to be opening up new lines of communication with our top creators to give them more direct access to our team. We've already been in direct contact with many of our top creators, and we're working together to improve the moderation process. Finally, we've heard feedback that ads have been frustrating to some players. And like Nick said, ads were the solution we implemented to sustain a free version of AI Dungeon, something we're adamant about providing. We've learned a lot about the user experience since then, and we've tested multiple ways to improve our free play experience. So these are a lot of the points of feedback that we've heard. And next, we're going to go to Devin Northrup, our Director of Experience, to discuss specific changes we're making today to address this feedback. Devin?
Thank you, Ryan. Hey, everybody, I'm Devin, and I'm going to dive into a little bit more detail about today's release that we're calling AI Dungeon Unchained. When AI Dungeon first launched, an energy system was implemented to help us mitigate the cost of the free play because, as Nick mentioned earlier, it is incredibly expensive to support. The energy system was replaced earlier this year with ad-supported play so that we could continue offering a free experience. The AI Dungeon team is incredibly excited to announce today that with this release, AI Dungeon Unchained, we will now allow unlimited free play without ads. That's right. Ads are no longer going to be a required experience to play AI Dungeon, and we could not be more thrilled. We've appreciated that many players have accepted ads as a way to support the development of AI Dungeon, but if we're being honest, nobody actually likes ads, including us. And over the last few months, we've been looking for ways to help reduce the costs to maintain the free model. Through some very specific optimizations, we've been able to reduce our costs significantly without changing the model. And this has opened up the possibility of providing a limit-free experience for our players, and we're super excited to pass the benefit of these savings on to you. When Unchained releases today, the free version of AI Dungeon will feature unlimited play using the Griffin AI model at our basic speeds, and is no longer going to require ads for actions for the core play experience. This change is going to impact AI Dungeon on all devices and browsers. And since actions are now unlimited, we are going to be removing actions as a resource that can be earned and tracked. Players who have accumulated actions will have those actions converted to scales, one of AI Dungeon's primary resources. The details of this conversion will be outlined in the written materials that will follow this live stream. And as always, please feel free to reach out to support@aidungeon.io for any questions about this change, or if you need help with any of these changes. So at some point in the future, we may explore using ads as an optional way to earn additional rewards or benefits. For instance, unlocking special features or gifts. However, we have no intention of going back to a required ad watching experience in order for users to play their stories and adventures. Now I'm going to hand things back over to Ryan for some Steam-related announcements.
Okay, thanks. So we appreciate everyone who's supported AI Dungeon on Steam. It's provided a great way for new players to discover AI Dungeon. And for those who have purchased AI Dungeon on Steam, they've enjoyed a number of benefits, including unlimited ad-free Griffin, access to advanced settings, larger context for Griffin, and 500 credits to use for image generation. To be consistent with our free iOS and Android apps, we wanted to have a free option for Steam as well. So starting today, you will be able to download AI Dungeon on Steam for free, and that change is happening as we speak and should be live shortly. Ads have prevented us from doing this before. So at some point today, the free Steam download should be the same as our web and mobile offering. And this means unlimited access to Griffin with an ad-free experience. But that will not include advanced settings, larger context, the credit grant, or increased Griffin speed. We will also begin offering the Traveler tier benefits, which is what the previous Steam purchasers received, these benefits I've been talking about. That will be an in-app purchase within Steam. And this will be available as a one-time purchase of $10 US. That tier will include, again, larger Griffin context, access to advanced settings, 500 credits for image generation, and as a new offering, the fastest Griffin speeds that we have to offer. We're also exploring ways to offer the ability to purchase AI Dungeon memberships through Steam, and that may come in the future. Players who have already purchased AI Dungeon on Steam, we realize this may feel like you've paid for something and now that's free. We really appreciate the support that you've given, and we want to show our thanks by giving you a couple of things moving forward. First, you will continue to receive the benefits of the Traveler tier, which is a $10 value, and that includes advanced settings, larger context, the credit grant. You'll also be getting faster Griffin speeds than you've had before, and that's a new benefit that we're offering with these changes. Second, players who have already purchased AI Dungeon on Steam will be receiving 2 months of premium hero access, which is normally $15 a month. This can be activated anytime you want within the Steam version of AI Dungeon. And if you have any issues activating that, please reach out to support@aidungeon.io. And there will also be more information about this change in a blog post following this live stream. And now to talk about some of the upcoming image generation changes and updates, here's our Communications Creative Director, Kelsey Cummings. A blog post following this live stream. And now to talk about some of the upcoming image generation changes and updates, here's our Communications Creative Director, Kelsey Cummings.
Thanks, Ryan. Hi, I'm Kelsey, and today I'm going to be talking about some image generation updates. Earlier this year, we launched AI Art Studio on Voyage, and not long after, we brought live image generation to AI Dungeon, so you can create custom pictures of your adventures as you and the AI write stories together. If you haven't seen this feature in action yet, here's a quick demo of AI Dungeon HD. So the most important thing to do when you're in the AI Dungeon interface is to change the input mode button from do, say, or story to see, and then type in the input box what image you'd like to generate. So for this story, we're going to generate a dragon in the forest lying on the ground. So the AI will take a moment to think, and based on your prompt, it will generate an image. Now, I didn't love this first image, so I'm going to just retry like I would a normal AI Dungeon action, and the AI is going to think again and then generate a new image. You can do this as many times as you have credits for, or if you're a legend subscriber, you can generate as many unlimited images as you'd like, which is a new feature we're offering with these changes. So that was our AI Dungeon HD demo. Previously, this feature was only available to members. Going forward, all players will have access and can spend credits to generate images. Bundles of credits are granted each month to our Adventurer, Hero, and Legend subscribers, but every player can purchase additional credits at any time. We're also reducing image generation costs for both AI Dungeon and Voyage. Previously, one image with default settings required 2 credits to generate. Going forward, only 1 credit will be used for each image generated with default settings. And like I mentioned during the demo, our Legend members will also now receive unlimited image generations with default settings. This means you can generate as many basic images as you'd like without consuming credits, though larger images made in like AI Art Studio will still require credits.
Kelsey, you're having some audio issues.
Oh, I am. I'm not sure what to do about that. I'll just bend down more. We have additional ways to use credits on the roadmap. So Legend members, you will still be granted your monthly.
Thanks, Kelsey. Some exciting updates. We also have a few big AI model updates to share. As Ryan mentioned earlier, we've consistently heard that AI quality is one of the most important things to users, though it can sometimes be hard to evaluate or understand. So one thing we're doing is bringing more transparency and visibility to our model update process. We've launched a new page where players will be able to see more details about the current models in production, some of the models we're testing, and what we're working on improving for future models. Each model will have a version number, and model version numbers will change when there are updates to the model fine-tune, such as improvements to the dataset, the default generation settings, output processing functions, and prompt construction. And all of those changes will be included in the patch notes for those new models. We've made several behind-the-scene changes to accelerate our improvements to our models as well. New processes and tools to gather AI-related feedback have been implemented, and we've also dedicated resources to curating and cleaning training data for our fine-tunes. Altogether, we've made a number of significant overhauls to our core systems to make improvements and updates easier. Players can expect more continuous updates to our AI models and better communication around what's changing. Those on the Adventurer and Hero membership plans will now also have unlimited access to all premium models, including Dragon. In the past, these tiers have had limits on Dragon use. Dragon is a very large AI model, which means it can recognize subjects and references sometimes other models miss, and is also capable of complex writing styles. However, these advanced abilities come at a cost. Dragon can be much slower to generate responses, and its size requires significant computing power to run. So in the past, we had to impose limits on those due to much higher costs. Unlimited premium models which we'll have from today on, means players can play without worrying about how many actions they have left. We've also found ways to improve the speed of all of our AI models. Some speed increases came from optimizations we made with our AI providers, as well as changes to our own model processing and serving infrastructure. Some models may see speed increases up to 4 times faster. Travelers who are Steam purchasers and Adventure, Hero, and Legend subscribers will all benefit from faster Griffin speed. Legend members will also have access to Wyvern and Dragon at the fastest speeds possible. In the event of a high usage period, Legend members will also get prioritized action for Wyvern and Dragon. All subscribers will have prioritized Griffin actions during high use periods. We're also introducing a new way to use scales. Free players can exchange scales to get a speed boost for Griffin. This speed boost will temporarily unlock faster Griffin speeds. Players can purchase either 1 hour or 24-hour speed boost periods. Kelsey's now going to give some updates on the guidebook resources we've been working on lately. Having some audio issues, so I'm actually going to recap the image generation piece and then jump into the next section. Some of the changes for image generation is that we will now have all players will have access and can spend credits to generate images, including free players. Bundles of credits are granted each month to our Adventure, Hero, and Legend subscribers, but every player will be able to purchase additional credits at any time. We're also reducing the image generation costs. Previously, default settings required 2 images to generate 1 image. Going forward, only 1 credit will be required. And then also Legend members will have unlimited image generations with default settings. So they'll be able to generate as many basic images as they like without consuming credits. The larger images will still require credits. And now jumping to some of the other changes we've made on the guidebook. So we've recently been investing in more resources for our players and community. The new AI Dungeon guidebook has tons of tips and strategies to help you utilize AI Dungeon's special features and create the best stories and adventures possible. Whether you're just getting started or looking for advanced direction, the guidebook should have everything you need to know about how to best play AI Dungeon. We recently migrated this resource to a new system that allows for rapid editing, so we can easily share relevant help articles with our community. For example, this year we improved the quality of AI models by increasing the context length of each prompt. This context works even better when the memory, world info, and author's notes features are properly leveraged. So we've detailed articles available in the guidebook to help you learn how to use these features. We've added many new pages with important AI Dungeon information as well, like our image prompt guide, product updates, or table of contents. And we've also rewrote most of the existing pages to be more helpful and educational. This is a good overall guide for players' information and has lots of helpful tips about common questions we've seen within the community. This is an ongoing project, which we'll continue to work on and improve. We appreciate your feedback and hope to keep adding resources that enrich and empower our community to confidently create within AI Dungeon. Next year, we are planning to bring tutorial videos to the guidebook to better support new players first venturing into AI Dungeon. We will continue breaking down concepts that teach how to better manipulate the AI in order to get the results you want in your stories, worlds, games, and adventures. So this wraps up our changes and updates portion of the presentation. To talk more about when you can expect all this to happen, I'm going to turn the time back over to Devin.
Thank you, Nick. So the main takeaway here is actually that all of the changes that we've announced will be available starting today. So this means that our new free option for AI Dungeon on Steam is now available for download, as well as the new Traveler tier package will also be available for in-app purchase as a one-time purchase. The previous AI Dungeon Steam purchasers are going to receive the faster Griffin speeds today, as well as the ability to activate their free 2 months of hero access as well. All of the AI Dungeon membership plans will get more benefits today as well. Legend is going to receive the fastest Dragon and Wyvern speeds, as well as unlimited basic image generations. Hero and Adventurer are going to receive unlimited premium model access, and all subscribers will benefit from the fastest Griffin speeds possible. Another change that will be coming today is that free players will be able to spend scales to get a temporary AI model speed boost as well. And possibly the most exciting announcement of all, uninterrupted free play without ads goes live today also. We are beyond thrilled for AI Dungeon Unchained and have worked very hard to make this experience better than ever before.
So thanks everyone. We hope you're excited as we are about the Unchained release. Your feedback has really been critical in driving the changes that we've worked on and announced today. With a more stable experience, unlimited play without ads, improving AI quality, and adjustments to Steam and image generation, we're excited to see AI Dungeon continue to grow and improve. Unchained is the first of many upcoming major updates. As we mentioned earlier, releases will be larger and less frequent. We also have a lot of improvements planned for our next major release coming early 2023 that we're really excited about. These are really fun and exciting times for AI and AI content generation. Remember, if you have any questions or feedback about the products or updates we discussed today, please visit our official AI Dungeon Discord server to chat with our team and growing community of players. We really value and appreciate all your feedback. We'll have links to the description to our blog and a new Unchained release landing page, so check those out below if you want to read more. Thank you so much for tuning in to our presentation. Happy holidays and take care.